is allowed. Always allowed. Always allowed.
Hey, what's going on? It is Paul Farmer here. I'm with my wife,
Hello
Mariana.
again.
And surprise, surprise, she's here again. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 133. So I wasn't expecting her to be here today. It was a surprise. So we decided, hey, you know what? Let's do a quick video. We're going to be going and catching a movie in just a little bit, but we wanted to come on here and just share a little bit of knowledge with you, give you a little marketing tip, something you can do that won't cost you anything, but will make you money. Okay, so when you do it,
Pause, because we're not really centered. There we go. Sorry.
And lost my train of thought there, but it's all good. But yeah, we're gonna go see Hobbs and Shaw, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. So anyway, so this morning, I talk about this quite a bit. I'm doing a workout routine. She's doing it as well. She's on the first round. I'm on the second round. But we're always on some kind of workout program throughout the year. And it wasn't always like that. And the thing is, like years ago, because how long has it been now that I've been consistently working out? Like two years? About 2 years?
Year and a half, maybe.
It's been like 2 years. Maybe a year and a half, whatever.
I think it's about a year and a half.
But I've been consistently doing it. And when I wasn't doing it, and I know you can say the same thing,
yeah.
When I wasn't doing it, like it was affecting everything. I just felt miserable. And it affected my business, you know? So one of the things like I always like to say, and I always recommend is you got to take care of your body. You got to take care of your mind. You got to take care of your body, whether that's going for a walk, a jog. We do a weight training program at home. That's what we do. We don't even go to the gym. We just do it at home.
Makes it easy.
Which I love because I used to live in a gym. I mean, literally, I worked at a gym from, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. at night, 10 p.m. at night, literally. So I got kind of burned out on the gym. So I love just doing it at home and coming on here, doing my stuff and
getting it done.
Yeah, getting it done. So if you need any help, like if you need like an accountability partner, if you need like a workout program, if you need help with your food, like what you're eating, right here, reach out to her. Because she's
our shameless plug.
Because she's been on a health journey now with her diet and everything, so she really knows how to eat very clean. And something I struggle with, just being honest. I like my desserts.
I like the cookies.
But she's been on a very clean diet, and she can definitely help you with that if you need any help. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. But let's get to the topic today. So if you are, so I get this a lot, right? I don't have any money. I can't make any money, right? If I don't have any money, I'm stuck. I can't do any paid marketing. I can't do anything. And that's something I used to use as a crutch, like big time. I used to say, oh, well, if I only had money to do paid marketing, now I'd be rolling, like things would be so great. Maybe you can feel that too. Emphasize, right? Like feel that as well. Maybe that's where you're at right now. Maybe you feel that, oh, well, you know what? I'm lacking money, so I really don't have an opportunity until I get the money to really go out and do something, right? Really go out and start earning some extra income. And I just want to tell you something like that. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie I was telling myself for the longest time. And because I was believing that lie, I didn't get anywhere. I wasn't getting results. Okay. So what we're going to share today, though, is free. It's free. Yes, it requires some work. Yes, you're going to have to communicate with some people because if you're in a business, you need to learn to communicate with people. That's like the number one skill. It's crucial. You have to learn it unless you're doing something that doesn't have people in it, which is not much. There's not much out there that doesn't require people to work with people. So, so what I'm talking about and what we're going to discuss is connecting with people on social media. Mostly Facebook for me, but you can do the same thing on Instagram, LinkedIn, any other social media platform. You could
Snapchat,
essentially do the same
Twitter.
thing. Uh, so here's the thing: there is so much opportunity this day and age. Okay, I listen to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale every day. Every morning, I'm listening to that personal development, right? And one of the things he says, and this was, I don't know when he made that recording, it was years and years ago. He says that we have so much opportunity. And that was way back then. That was before social media. That was before the internet. That was before everything we have at our fingertips now. You know, kids can go and make literally millions of dollars right off of, maybe not millions, but right off of social media. I mean, it's incredible, right at their fingertips.
There are kids making
Yeah,
in the millions.
absolutely. So we have all this opportunity right in front of us, and we're not even tapping into it. You know, so and that's mindset. A lot of that's mindset. So we're gonna be talking about, and one last thing before we get to it, and that is you can start something for free. There's all kinds of opportunities for free. You can go to what is it? I can't even think right now. Uh, what's that affiliate site? The Click? No.
Bank?
ClickBank.
Fiverr?
Yes,
Oh.
I went blank there. ClickBank has like so many opportunities you can go promote for free. So money is not an issue. Like it's not even a reason why you can't make money. Lack of money. Okay. Does it help to have more? Absolutely. That's going to open up more opportunities, but don't use it as a crutch because there is opportunity. Like right now, what we're doing right now is free. We're not paying for the service. We're making content that's going to be out there for people to view. Some people will resonate with us. Some people will absolutely hate this, you know. But there are going to be some people that love it. So there are going to be some people that go and click on the link right below this video and they go get started. And then income is made. So that's one way. But I'm not talking about videos today. We're going to talk about Facebook mostly Facebook Messenger. Okay. So when this year started, okay, 2019, I made a decision. I'm like, I'm going to work on connecting with people every single day. And I'm going to do that mainly, well, for me to get better, but mainly to teach my team, to show them that, to show people, to be an example, to show them that you can earn income without income.
It's possible.
And it's absolutely possible. So, what I thought we would do is share our experience because she does the same. You know, she's been connecting with people too, and she has quite a bit of experience with that as well. Now in 2018, I didn't do a lot of that. I just went, the people that came to me is the people I connected with. I didn't reach out to people cold. Okay, so we're going to go over a few things. So first of all, it's free, right? So just get that in your mind. It's free. So you have an opportunity. I don't know. Maybe you start something that's free. Maybe you start something at $7. Maybe you start something at $60. I don't know. I don't know where you're at. So what do you do next? How do you go and market it? You don't have any money to do any paid marketing. What do? Right? How do you get the message out? And one of the most simple things you can do is just start messaging people on Facebook. Of course, you got to have friends to message, people to message, but that is one of the most simple things you can do. And it's free. It's free. And I literally know people that made millions of dollars doing this. I literally know people millions of dollars using Facebook to grow their business, connecting with people, learning how to be communicate effectively. Okay, so just a few things, and I'll talk about the experience. Okay, so number one is when you go to do this, because I know this is a tremendous thing that people really struggle with. They really struggle with this. I know I did for the longest time. I wanted nothing to do with talking to people online, on the phone, no, whatever. I didn't want anything to do with them because in my head, I was like, well, I don't want to get rejected. I don't want to come off as pushy. I don't want to come off as, just be an interruption, right? Being an annoyance. Like I didn't want to do that. I don't want to be that pushy salesman, right?
I wanted to be a hermit.
So I didn't do any of that. Like I didn't do anything. And even when people did contact me, I wouldn't reach out to them. You know, I wouldn't get back to them because I just did it. I was like, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? So the first thing you got to do is you got to change your state. the way you feel, right? That's the very first thing you got to do. And you do that by doing affirmations, going for a walk, exercising, things like that. You have
Mhm.
anything else you want to say about that?
No, I mean, it's definitely helpful. Moving your body, getting the blood flowing to your brain, so you're getting that energy
Mhm.
into your system.
Yeah, I mean that's probably one of the most important things. And
Mhm.
Bob Proctor, I keep saying Bob Proctor, but he did an illustration where he's like, one of the reasons you do this is to change your state. You want to be in a good state. You want to have good energy, because when you go to connect with someone, they're going to feel that energy. So if you go to
Yep.
someone with bad energy, you just transfer that bad energy over to them. They're going to feel that energy. They don't want anything to do with you. So you got to have good energy when you go and do it. So if you're in a bad state, like if you're angry, if you're frustrated, that's not a good time to go message people. You need to go either do some gratitude, do affirmations, like stand in front of the mirror and just say what it is you want. Right? I am strong. I'm a leader. I am financially free.
Mhm.
Whatever it is,
And
whatever it is
maybe do it while
you
you're doing
want,
jumping jacks.
and you do that with emotion, right? Watch a comedy, like I said, go for a walk, exercise, listen to something motivational. Just do that before. Okay, that's the very first thing.
Yep,
You want to talk about the second one?
that is the second one.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
Focus. All right, I'll just go in.
just
Focus.
just go, honey. Just go. You got this.
She has to write this stuff down. Like I already know
We
it.
make videos very differently, so
Yeah.
we're
So
working on
so
this.
the next thing is you want to focus on the process, not the outcome. And this is where a lot of people mess up too. Um, they focus on the outcome, the results they're getting or not getting. That's
Mhm.
what they focus on, and they don't realize it's a process. So, um, some of the best advice I was ever given was to divorce the outcome and marry the process. It's a process. So you're doing the routine, right? You're doing the task
Yep.
every day. You're reaching out. You're connecting with people, and by doing so, that's what you focus on. How many people are you connecting with? How many links are you getting out in front of you? How many people are you pointing to your tool, right?
Mhm.
So like that's so important. Like you have to detach yourself. Like, you cannot be emotionally connected to the outcome.
That's one
So
of the biggest struggles for a lot of people too.
absolutely, for me too.
Hmm. Same.
Because nobody likes being rejected.
Yeah.
Um, Over time it gets a little easier, like when you stop looking at it like, well, okay, well, that's not a personal attack on me, that's just they're not open to that opportunity, that's not
Hmm.
for them for whatever reason. So when you start understanding that, that's really going to, so these two things alone are really going to help you a ton when it comes to this. So there you go, you want to do the next one?
Just making sure that you're not going straight into like asking, sending the links and all of that. You want to build a little bit of rapport, but then you also don't want to get stuck in that, because it's very easy to just have these conversations, especially if you're someone like me. I like learning about people. I like getting to know someone. So it's very easy for me to get caught up in that, asking questions about their personal life and sharing about my personal life, just making that friendship. You want to make sure that you're um, getting to the point at some point. Um, Hopefully not too far off into the distance, but find that place where you can connect, but still create like some connections, but still get that link out and give them the information.
Yeah, so the thing with rapport building, like it's not duplicatable. It's not duplicatable. And one of the problems with so if you're building a team, you want to do things that are duplicatable. If your team can't do it, if they think it's too hard, they're not going to do it.
Or they don't have the mindset or the
And
communication skills yet.
there's only so many people that can build good rapport and then transition to a business.
Mhm.
Like that's a skill.
It
That
takes
that
time
takes
to
time
learn
to
for sure.
develop. So you want something that's very simple for people to be able to follow and do, as well as you. And for me, I don't want to spend all day long talking about kids and talking about, now women I know are more
I like that
likely.
stuff.
Yeah, they're more likely to do that. But the problem with that is they get stuck on that.
Yeah.
And the people I work with, that's where they get stuck. They get stuck on the rapport building. That's where I got stuck when I first started. They stay in rapport building forever, and they never move out of rapport building. So now you've been messaging for like an hour, and you still haven't asked if you're open to your if they're open to your business opportunity. Are they open to
Mm-hmm.
creating more income in their life? Something like that.
Yep.
So for me, what's worked well for me is I keep it short and simple. Hey, how's it going today? Right? And I find out what they're doing for the day. How's your day going? How's your day going so far? What's keeping you busy today? I just get right to the point. What's going on? What's happened in their life? And then just some fact finding questions. You find out a need. Hey, and my mind just went blank. But basically, it's I just went blank. I say this all the time. Hey, do you keep your options open to earning more income? Or have you ever considered earning income from the comfort of your home? Have you ever considered earning income online? There's so many different ways to go about it, but it's that simple. They say yes or no, you send a link. You follow up with them later. So there you go. What's go ahead, you go to the next.
Connect, find the need, and
We
then
just
point
talked
to
about
the
that.
tools. So
Yeah.
that's basically what you were saying
Yeah. And
just now.
then the last thing here is track your progress. And this is really important because especially for following up.
Yeah.
Especially for following up. So once
One
you
of the
point to that
biggest.
tool and you send your link, you want to make sure you're following up with people because it typically takes 5 touches before someone makes a buying decision. So where I make most of my sales is in the follow up. It's not the initial connection. That's very rare. It's in the follow up, and I follow up like I don't miss follow ups. So some ideas about follow up. Um, you can write it down on a piece of paper. That's simple, right? You can
Also, not
create
as effective.
you can create a spreadsheet,
Mhm.
which I used to. I've done all these things.
Yeah.
I did the whole leave it in Facebook, and then it gets all lost in the shuffle, and
Mhm.
you lose everybody basically. Um, you could put right on a piece of paper, which again you kind of lose people too. You can put it on a spreadsheet, which as you go and you add more and more people to that spreadsheet, it's going to get ridiculous. I mean, you're
Unless you're like an Excel pro and know your stuff and how to find and shuffle and do all this stuff, it can get very overwhelming.
so what we like to do is we use a certain software, and what the software does is it makes it very simple to track everything you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you connect with that person? When did you connect with them? And it will tell you when to connect with them again.
Yeah, like pop up.
Did you send out a link? If you send out a link, when are you going to follow up with them? It will tell you when to follow up. It'll just pop right up the next day or
Mm-hmm.
whenever it is, a month down the road. So if I didn't have the software, I would have to look at my spreadsheet. Most likely I would lose it. I'd be like, okay, where was that date? What was that? But this, like I open it up, boom, these are the people I need to follow up with today. And it's great because it works well with the team, customers, and prospects. So, and I never lose anybody. Like email, phone, text,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter what the Instagram, it doesn't matter what it is. Always have those people. So tracking is super, super
Yep.
important. If you want to learn more about that software that's actually in our VIP group, you get access to that. You just go to below this video, click on the green check mark, the link next to the green check mark. That will take you into the marketing system I've been using. And once you're in that, you'll get an email or you get some type of message from me directing you to the group. So just so you know, I have way more resources in there, much more training than this. We go way more in depth in there. Do live training, recorded training, traffic resources, all that stuff. So,
Yep.
all right. So we kind of went over the steps. I do want to say one more thing. When you're first doing this, it's you've got to give it 16 to 21 days at least before you start seeing some progress, because it takes time to fill that funnel, fill that pipeline.
Especially if you don't have a lot of friends.
And I didn't know that when I was first starting. So when I first started doing this, like a weekend, I'm like, man, nothing's working. What's going on here? But when you get to about 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, you're going to start getting those links out, and you're going to start doing a follow up, and you're going to start having people coming into your team. This only works with consistency. You have to do it consistently. You need to be doing its frequency. How many people are you reaching out to each
Mm-hmm.
day? And are you, like I said, are you doing it daily? Are you doing daily with the software? Literally, you have a plan to follow. It's based on an hour, but a lot of time you can do it a lot short, a lot less time. Well, I do it in a half time, hour a lot of time, and it keeps you on track. It teaches you exactly what to do for income producing activities. So
Yep.
I absolutely love it. It's just really great. So
We don't
um,
get paid to offer this to other people,
so
though.
there you
So
go. Those are the tips. Okay, let's just talk about our experience now. So like I said, I started doing this consistently every single day. Um, I don't do it so much on the weekends, but during the weekdays, I definitely do it. I have this software. Before I did the software, I was doing the spreadsheet, doing it daily. So what's happening here? Okay, so I can tell you this: there's going to be a lot of people that never get back to you. Be a lot of people that never get back to you. That's the majority. They're not going to get back to you just for whatever reason. They're not. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to give you the runaround. It's going to happen. All right. But by reaching out, by connecting, by asking if they're open, by connecting with them and following up with them, sales come. And I typically have sales coming in pretty much daily by doing this. Okay. Now I do other things too, and we're going to talk about it in just a minute, but that's pretty much how it works. So um, you do discover a lot about human nature. I'll tell you that. You realize people are very predictable. They're very predictable. Like I kind of know what someone's going to say before they say it because I've been doing this long enough. You start reading them. You start seeing, like, you kind of already know what they're going to say, and you learn how to change that, right? But that's been my experience. So it's not like by connecting alone by itself, it will work as long as you're consistent and the numbers are there. But that's really key. But there is a better way, in my opinion, a more effective way than just doing that. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. I want her to kind of share her experience with the whole connecting with people and everything.
So, like, do you have questions for me? Because I'm drawing a blank right now. What you want me to
Just what's your experience?
with just messaging people?
Yeah.
I mean, like we were saying in the beginning, like it when I first started messaging people, it's very overwhelming because you don't know. Well, I didn't know what I was doing, first of all. So it can be, all of those thoughts of, oh, this rejection and these people are saying no and all of that stuff. Like it can get very overwhelming. So I would say like it's really important to make sure that you have someone to bounce this off of, so that way you don't get stuck in that negative mentality, or making sure that you have um, a consistent positive inflow of either like you said, affirmations, positive, reading books, audiobooks, whatever it is, just to make sure that you can keep that positive energy up when you're getting rejected so much, because it can get very overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely. And were you kind of talking about having an accountability partner, having someone
Yeah,
kind
kind
of
of
do it
like,
with you?
yeah, for sure. Like I think that was when, I had you, so that was definitely helpful.
And she don't want me because I'm relentless, but
That's not true.
but anyway,
I'm still married.
but so like, what would you say was your biggest, like, what was the biggest hurdle you had to get over to start connecting with people?
Myself, for sure. Because
Yourself. What do you mean by that?
because when you're so focused on, the outcome, wanting to be perfect, like I can tend to have like a perfectionist mentality, kind of, sort of, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So my messages and getting that information out, like I had to make sure like there was a certain process, and making sure that, you said certain things and I learned certain things before moving on to the next step. And so getting over myself and my own, I guess, like things that were holding me back was, I think, the biggest
Yeah, so
hurdle.
the main thing's mindset.
Yeah,
That's the
for
main
sure.
thing. That's why we started with mindset. It's the
Mm-hmm.
main thing Because once you have the right mindset, once
Yep.
you believe, you can go out and you can go, okay, I can create income on demand. There are people everywhere. Like Grant Cardone says, who's got my money? People have your money. Go
Yeah.
get it, right? So once you get that right mindset, you're just like, man, I'm a beast. I'm going out. I'm going to go get my money, you know?
Yeah.
And if you don't like that kind of mentality, like if that offends you, just go, hey, I'm going to go impact somebody's life today.
You're helping someone.
I'm
You're
going
helping
to go
someone.
provide
Yeah.
value. I'm going to go, that's a different way to turn it. So one of the things I had to do, I've talked about this before, is I took the sale out of it. And I was like, how am I going to provide value? How am I going to help someone today?
Yeah.
And that really helped me a ton because I was really struggling with the sale process. But when I shifted to value, it's like, hey, I'm going to go provide value today. I'm going to go do something that's going to help someone else. And if you have a product, if you have a way for someone to earn extra income, or you have a product that's going to help them be healthier or more financially stable, or whatever your product is, if you have something that is a benefit to someone else, it's your duty, your obligation, responsibility to go and share it. I had to quote Grant Cardone there, but yeah, that's so it's really just mindset. That's really it. Like I work with so many people, and it's mindset. Like you could hear, like when you could hear how they're talking, like even through the text, I could tell where someone is in their mind. I could tell like instantly where they're at. And you can tell, like when you talk to a leader, when you talk to someone that's making it happen, it's getting results, it's so different how they talk. It's so different. They don't talk about like, oh, I hope and wish they expect it. Like you have to go out and expect that this is going to work for you. It's already proven it works. So just expect it, right? So would you say that it's an effective way to go about doing things, like when it comes to getting sales, generating leads?
I would say, yeah, especially if you don't have a lot of money to be spending like on paid marketing or anything like that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's a free strategy. It does take a little bit of work. I mean, you're going to have to do it. It's quite simple. You follow a simple script. You just go right down the line. It will take you probably a month to get used to that script, but once you get used to it, you're good. Like you're going to be like, this is so easy. Why wasn't I doing this before? And you're going to go right back. Oh, it's my mindset.
Yep.
It was my mindset. Okay, so I'm just going to do one last thing here. We're going to go over one thing. So what do I like better? Okay, what do we like better than just going and connecting with people? Of course, you can connect with people all day long, and of course, you're going to make sales. Okay, that's a lot of work, though. It's a lot of work. You're going to have to consistently be reaching out to people, and it takes time. This isn't really fast because you can go as fast as people go. You can't go any faster than they go. So what I prefer, I know she prefers as well, is creating content. And through that content, people reach out to you. So you attract people to you by giving value. That's what I prefer to do. And those types of people, when they come from your content, now you're most likely going to have a sale. Most likely you're going to have a new teammate just because they're already attracted to what you're doing. You've already established that know, like, trust. Whereas if you're reaching out to people cold, then they don't know you. Right. You're probably being seen as an annoyance, and for whatever reason, So that's really, and just a word of caution with that: if you're not making any money, if you're not getting any results whatsoever, you cannot just rely on that. You cannot just rely on content. You cannot just rely. I do both. I reach out to people, I make content. It's not one thing. Now, when you get to a certain level and you have influence, then you don't need to be reaching out to people. You have an influx of people coming to you. But until you have that, you're doing yourself a real disservice not doing it. Okay. So that's just one way to, if you have no money, to start making money. Another way is video. Of course, video is free and it's simple to do. Obviously, we're just sitting here, relaxing, talking. We're going to be heading out to a movie in just a minute here, a few minutes.
What time does it start? Did you check?
Not even sure, but we're going to be heading out. Okay. But anyway, that's what we got for today. I hope you got value. Hope and trust you got value. You got anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Get her done.
Yeah. So just in closing, remember there's opportunity everywhere. It's a matter of you making that decision, being resourceful. You don't have to stay, how to say broke. You don't have to stay broke. You know, there are opportunities everywhere. We just have to open our eyes and become aware of them and
Yeah.
do some things we probably don't want to do, which is reaching out to people, which you probably don't want to do.
Yeah.
But that is the most effective. I was listening to Ray Higdon this morning, and he was saying, like, the number one thing, he asked like two questions. He's like, how many people need to prospect, and how often do you do it? How many people need to prospect? How often do you do it? And he's like, well, if you're not doing those things, that's a reason why you're not getting the results you want.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are other ways to go about it, but you don't know money, that's what you do. Okay.
Right.
So I hope and trust you got some value. If you'd like to learn how to earn some extra income, even lifestyle change income, click on the link right below this video. And we'll see you on the next one, or I'll see you on the next one. I don't know when she'll be around. So appreciate you. See you on the next one.
Happy Friday.